everybody, Danny, Tameka here, Jiu-Jitsu. We're at our brand spanking new space.
Cleaned out the garage.
We cleaned out the garage. It's okay. So this is our garage, or what was our garage, and is now a series of very thin mats over concrete. So this would be a lot of fun. So today, I think we're going to do your armbar from guard, right?
Yep. Yeah, so today we're going to talk about your basic armbar from the guard. This is generally something we'll teach new people that come in. It's one of the first attacks that I worked on as a brand new person. I really enjoy it. I think it works really well for me.
It's like the only finish he's ever done.
Yeah, I mean, different variations, obviously. But it's something that I do really enjoy, and I think it really works well for smaller people. So it's one of the first things I teach new people that come in and take our classes. I think it's a lot of fun. So take a look here.
All right.
When we teach this attack, generally we start with your basic, we call it your 5-point armbar. So it gives you the 5 steps of the armbar, so you can work on each one of them. First step is the capture of the arm. So there's a couple of different grips that you can use. Some people will just reach over, grab the sleeve, and then behind the bicep and pull that over. You have to get it across your center line and control it. Yes.
By that you mean this line here?
Yes, my center line, grabbing the arm, pulling it across, and holding it there. The grip I like to use is actually controlling the wrist or the sleeve with this hand, and my other hand is going to reach across, kind of over the bicep, using a monkey grip, grabbing the arm and pulling it that way, because I find this is a bit more secure for me. I really like the idea of kind of having this nice and tight, really pinch that elbow down and hold it.
It appears to be secure.
So that's step number 1. Step number 2, I'm going to open my guard, bring this leg up, my foot is on his hip. I'm going to pinch nice and tight, blocking his shoulder so he can't pull his arm back. My legs are pinched nice and tight here.
It appears to be secure.
Secure. Third step, I'm going to offline myself. So I'm going to use my leg kicking up into his armpit, not going straight up like this. I'm actually kind of opening my hip and using the back of my knee here in his armpit to break his posture down. He's going offline here. I can make this a little bit more severe by pulling myself as well. I just want to make sure I have this nice good angle. If I can look at his ear, I know that I've got the proper angle here. See, the ear is nice right there. Now, I'm going to bring my leg that's on his hip across and on top of his head. Here, I want to pinch this down nice and tight, controlling his posture even more. And I'm pinching my knees together. Now I can find his wrist and hip up to get the finish. So I'll show that once more here a little bit quicker. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, pinch, step 5, finish.
It appears to be secure.
It's very secure. So that's your very basic 5-point armbar. Shows you every kind of step that helps you set that up. I like this for beginners, mostly because it gives you something that you can work on inside of your guard. For a lot of beginners, it can be kind of scary to open your guard and just get past all the time. So it's very frustrating. This gives you something that you can work on while you keep your guard closed and really work on that good guard posture. Unfortunately, this 5-step armbar doesn't tend to work, like in that step-by-step process. The further you get in your jiu-jitsu career, when you're working with higher belts, as soon as you grab that arm and offline it, they kind of know what you're looking for. So it doesn't really work that perfect way where you get 1 step, 2 step, 3 steps. You kind of have to shorten it up. You can remove steps as you get more familiar with the attack.
Not remove steps so much as combined steps. You're going kind of in one movement instead of 4.
Yeah, yeah.
Tameka will show you what that looks like when you're sort of just hitting it all at once.
Yeah, okay, so we'll show you what we're talking about here. So when you're looking at the 5 steps, you're thinking, I'm gonna pull this arm, open my guard, pinch, get my angle. You know, that's in 3 steps. But what it generally looks like in kind of real life is if your opponent has their arm here, you might just quickly pull it and go. You're not really taking the time to hit every single step. You know where you need to go, and the more you familiarize yourself with this attack, the easier it'll be for you to kind of open up and grab it.
You can also use this arm lock a lot tied to sweep attempts. So as you get more advanced opponents, they're not really going to let you sort of offline them in that manner. You're going to have to threaten them with something else, be that another submission or a sweep is my favorite. You go for your flower sweep, you go for your hook sweep, you go for all those spider sweeps, and then the arm bar will kind of present itself across as they block the sweep to hit it, and you can move it around a little bit easier. This movement, while very fundamentally sound, is not really going to happen all that much later on. At least not in my experience.
Yeah, and I don't want to say that this is going to be something that you're going to find yourself in a lot of times, but I have many times found myself on the bottom of guard with a newer person who just learned, let's say, collar chokes. And what they think is they can get this collar choke from inside of my guard, which is not accurate. But what they've done is they've literally fed their own arm to me, tied it to me by grabbing my collar, and they're trying to finish with all their might. Maybe they got both arms in here. It doesn't matter. I can just throw my legs up and catch this arm bar. So
I've also seen her do it a bunch. From this position.
This happens a lot, especially if he starts to stand up here. That really frees my hips. He's basically picking me up with him. I've also had a lot of ladies in tournaments pass me very aggressively by standing up and leaning over like this. That's just a no-no. I can totally just, again, throw my legs up and get that. So I don't want you to be betting on that happening, but I do encourage you to watch for that. If you find yourself in a position where you can just throw your legs up and get that arm bar.
It's almost like they've already done steps 1 and 2 for you, and you can just go 3, 4, 5 and finish.
Exactly. Yep.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not much of an arm bar from the guard guy, but she's really good at them.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and I like it because I'll throw it up there, and even if they start to stack me or I don't just get it right away, I find that I can recover my guard anyway. So
thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
Hope you liked the new garage.
Yes. I hope
it's not a new garage. It's a very old garage, but the mats they're very old too, but them being in the same place is new. The mats being out in the garage, this is a new thing. So we'll see you guys soon. Have fun.